Hey guys, it's me, 80 Swords to guys. Today, guys, we're looking into the final match for the United States in the November camp, and this will also be our final competitive match for the year. I know there is a match that we do have later on in the year. I believe it's against Bosnia and Herzegovina. That's gonna be like a December thing, though. It's gonna be like only MLS players, I believe. So, other than that, though, this is basically our last match for the year. This is the last match we'll see all the European-based players play, and it'll be really interesting how we go up against Jamaica here. So Jamaica, obviously coming into this, guys, are on the back of a draw against El Salvador, and we'll be looking at the squad that they have. And so let's go look at players that could cause danger for the U.S. Obviously, Andre Blake, obviously one a solid goalkeeper, obviously one to look out for. Damian Lowe is one to look out for. Cameron Lawrence as well, keep an eye upon him. Maripia as well. Kamar Lawrence. You got, let's see who else. Bobby Reed, Revel Morrison, Lamar Walker, and then we have the two new additions for Jamaica in that they have two new European base players, which I think would be interesting. They have Leon Bailey and Mikel Antonio. These two players for me for Jamaica are going to be big, massive for them. And I think these two English based players from Aston Villa and West Ham, respectively, could be a huge difference because remember, the last time we did face Jamaica, these two players did not play the match. So I think this could be a huge boost for Jamaica in the attack. You know, now, as far as the head-to-head is concerned, head-to-head record, as you can see, Jamaica are currently six right now in the um uh uh what's the only good Ocho, and you can see right here the fixtures they have played. You see in the World Cup qualifiers they lost to Mexico with a 2-1 defeat, 3-0 defeat to Panama, 1-1 draw against Costa Rica at away from home, and then they actually lost against the United States 2-0. Then they picked up a draw against Canada, picked up a win against Honduras, and then they drew against El Salvador. So you can see right here, guys, that ever since we have beaten them, guys, they've actually picked up some good results. And their home form has been interesting. They've actually picked up a draw and a loss. They are yet to win at home. So that's interesting there. So obviously, I think we're going to have to see how Jamaica do play against us. Let's go ahead and look into the head-to-head record between the two nations. So obviously, you could look right here and see right here that it's been really interesting. We have played three matches against Jamaica this year. We have won all three of the games. I believe we won the once in the Gold Cup, once the World Cup qualifiers, and then obviously we won international friendly. As you can see, the home team here, we won 2-0 last time around. Then we won 1-0 in the Gold Cup. We won 4-1 afterwards. And then we actually did win 3-1 the previous one. That was in Gold Cup 2019. And then they actually did beat us in a friendly. It was a friendly leading up to Gold Cup. I remember I was very, very mad. We lost that friendly. I was very devastated. It was at home for the U.S. You know, and then we won 2-1. That was a Gold Cup 2017 final. Then we won 1-0 2017 final. And then they actually did win against us in 2015 Gold Cup semifinals. And then we actually did win 2-0. And then we won 2-1. So you can see right here that it's been majority U.S. wins. Majority of the games have been U.S. wins. And it's interesting that we haven't had a draw in a while. And obviously, you have Theodore Whitmore versus Gregg Berhalter. Theodore Whitmore, his record against USA has been 2 wins and 9 losses, 11 matches played. And then for Gregg Berhalter, his record against Jamaica has been 5 matches, 4 wins, and 1 loss. His record against Gregg Berhalter for Theodore Whitmore has been 1 win, 4 losses, and his record is basically opposite. So you can see the most valuable player for Jamaica has been Leon Bailey, Kingston, and then Christian Pulisic, most valuable player for USA. So you can see the top goal scorer has been Josh Wolf, DeMarcus Beasley with 3, Josie Altidore with 3. Ricardo Pepe is already in there with 2 goals. It's pretty astonishing. Christian Pulisic with 2 goals as well. So you can see right here that Jamaica, USA picked up 18 wins. Jamaica's picked up. There's been 3 Jamaica wins and 7 draws. So I think for Jamaica in particular, I think the 2 new attacking players can definitely make a huge difference for Jamaica. And I think these 2 players can add so much more dimension to the attack. Because I feel like for me, guys, Jamaica and the qualifiers, they haven't really been that great when it comes to scoring goals. You can see right here, guys. We already looked at right here, guys. Where is it? Sorry, let me X this out. You can see the groups in match day in the sense that they're just not really been that great in the final third. Their goal defense is -4. I mean, you see right here they lost 2-1 away, 3-0 loss. 1-1 draw. And I think for me, guys, Mikel Antonio is someone that could bring them so much more into the attack, and I think he is a very critical player for Jamaica, and I think his presence can give Jamaica some life. You know, as for the defense, I feel like the defense is very breachable. As you can see, they have conceded far so many goals. I mean, like almost every game they've conceded. Like The only game I think they kept a clean sheet was against Honduras and against Canada away. I think these are the only two games they kept a clean sheet in. And other than those two games, they've been very dominant when it comes to the. They've always conceded a goal, which is very worrying for Jamaica. So we're gonna now go ahead and predict the USA lineup, and let's go ahead and predict who's gonna make the call and who's gonna make the squad. Okay. So I actually believe, guys, that I'm gonna be using this website. The other website we used the other day for that what's the website called again? What was called for the create formations thing. I just didn't really particularly feel it was great for the international ones. I think I'll still use it for club football, but just not for this one because as I said, there were some players that we just couldn't see who got in there and all that. So rather than go through all that pain again, let's just use this, guys. Use this, and I think this is the better website. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear the numbers for you guys. I wish there's a way you could just clear the numbers like that, but we're just gonna just do it manually. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the goalkeeper. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my predicted starting lineup. This is what I predict. This is not what I want. Keep that in mind, guys. So predicted starting 11. Okay, predicted starting 11. I think we'll see goalkeeper. I think Stefan's gonna start. I think Gregg. The fact that Gregg actually started him against Mexico just told me everything. The fact that I feel like Stefan is Berhalter's preferred choice, and I feel like for me, guys, Stefan plays out the back, which is something that we as the USA tries to do a lot, and I don't think Matt Turner really suits that philosophy. And even though I do think Matt Turner is better when it comes to saves per se, I do think Stefan does fit the style philosophy that we're trying to play as a team. So I think Stefan will be our starting goalkeeper. And yeah, and by the way, guys, I think the English-based players will be able to play this game. I'm pretty sure. So just so you guys know, so don't worry about the red listing and all that. I think we can play our strongest 11. Okay. Right back, I think it's going to be DeAndre Yedlin. As much as I would like for Scally to start here, I just think Yedlin had a good game against Mexico, and I just don't think Scally will start this one. Now, could I see Scally getting some minutes off the bench? Yes, I think that's very possible. But do I see him starting? No, I think starting is a bit of a big shout. And by the way, guys, I know my face is covering this. Let me just put this in the side here. So maybe this is better for you guys. Actually, yeah, let's do this way. I'll just do this way. So yeah, Yedlin, I think, will start. Then I think for the next one, guys, I think it's going to be Zimmerman. Zimmerman is a pretty much no-brainer, guys. He had a great game against Mexico, and so I think it's only fair he starts this one. Then I'm actually going with the next one we have is a very interesting one because now Gregg will have to make an enforced change because, remember, guys, Miles Robinson cannot play this match. He is suspended after picking up a red card against Mexico. So I think for me, it's going to be pretty much we have to see a change. It's basically between Chris Richards and Mark McKenzie. I think it's going to be Chris Richards, to be honest with you guys, because as I said, Richards did play against Costa Rica, and I feel like Richards for me is more promising, and Mark McKenzie, in my opinion, isn't really that great. I'm sorry, you look, he's not even being playing much with Genk, and you know what he did in the Nations League final. I know he eventually redeemed himself and all that, but still, and so I don't really think McKenzie cannot start this. I think it has to be Richards. Could I see Gregg starting McKenzie? I think he possibly could, but I don't think he will. Okay, so yeah. The left back is going to be Anthony Robinson, pretty much a no-brainer there. We don't really have any other great options for the left back position, so yeah. And I spelled that wrong, actually. There we go. Now moving on to CDM, it's going to be Tyler Adams. Now remember, guys, 2 yellow cards does warrant a suspension. So if you do pick up 2 yellow cards in the qualifiers, you will be suspended for a match. And unfortunately, McKinney did pick up a yellow card in the game against Mexico, which means he will be suspended for this match. So it's very unfortunate. Which, in my opinion, should be 3. I think 3 is fair, but, I don't decide the rules, Anyways, and then I think we're going to see Musa start. I think Musa's another one that's pretty much a no-brainer after the game. Yeah, amazing game against Mexico. Now, this is the next tricky one, guys. We have 3 options. You have Lejed, Kellen Acosta, or Gianluca Busio. Let's go ahead and assess all 3 of the cases. I think Gregg sees Acosta as a backup CDM. Okay, that's what I believe Gregg sees him at, which is the reason why I don't think Acosta will start. Now you have basically a choice between Lejed and, as I said, Gianluca Busio. And for me, as good as Busio is and all of that, I just don't really know Gregg will do that in this kind of match. And I just feel like for Gregg, our best alternative for McKennie is Lejed. And so, unfortunately, guys, I do think Lejed will start this match. But I'm hoping that Busio starts instead, because I would much prefer to see Busio over Lejed, because for me, Lejed just does too much. He just is a side passer, And for me, Busio for me is just amazing player. You see what he's been doing for Venezia. It's been incredible, and I just think for me, he's almost like another. I've heard a lot of people say he's like the American version of Pirlo, which I don't know if I'll go as far to say that, but I can see where you're coming at from that. So for me, unfortunately, guys, I think Leggett will start this. He's basically the alternative for McKennie, in my opinion. And unfortunately, guys, I do think he'll start. But as I said before, guys, I hope I'm proven wrong, and I hope that we see um, Busio start instead. And then for the left wing, guys, I think it's gonna be Aronson. That's pretty much a no brainer, I think. And then Pepe will obviously start up front. And then I think on the right wing we're gonna see Weah. Okay. So I think the team will stay basically like that. I think Pepe and Weah is basically guaranteed starters. As for Aronson, the reason why I think Aronson will continue to start is because, as I said, Christian Pulisic, even though he did score in the previous game, I think Christian Pulisic still needs more minutes under his belt, and he's still not fully fit, I believe, which is the reason why I don't think Christian Pulisic will start this match. Now, could he start at the left wing and maybe play for 60 minutes? I think he possibly could, but I don't think Christian Pulisic will play this. I think Christian Pulisic will play very minimal. I think it'll be very similar to what Gregg did against Mexico, in that he'll come off the bench and help us in the final 30 minutes when we need that attacking. We need to score a goal, because let's be real, guys. We should be able to beat Jamaica with this kind of lineup that we put out there, because we already beat them at home without Christian Pulisic. So I don't really believe we should be relying on Pulisic to save us. Okay. So for me, guys, this game will be a lot closer than the game we had a month ago against Jamaica at home. I think this will be a more different occasion, but I still do believe the USA should triumph on this one, and I think if we do win this one, it puts us in a great position. And that would be a great month, guys. This is probably one of our most toughest months in the qualifiers, and getting 6 points in our 2 games will be amazing, especially in this kind of difficult month that is. And so I'm going to say we triumph 2-1 on the road. I think we'll score 2 early goals in the second half that will basically seal the game, and I think Jamaica will get a consolation goal towards the end to get somewhat of a fight back, and it's only too little too late. And so for me, goal scorers on the day, I think Timothy Weah will score. He had a great game against Mexico, so I think this time around he'll score. And then I'm going to say we're going to see Leggett. I just have a feeling, actually not Leggett, Aronson will score, I think. I think Aronson will score and Weah will score as well. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. I just want to give you guys my thoughts on that. And if we do pick up 17 points, that'll put us in a great position because, guys, we need 20 points to qualify for Qatar. And for Jamaica, if they lose this match, guys, I think it might be lights out for Jamaica because, remember, guys, this will be your 8th match in the qualifiers. And remember, guys, we're basically halfway through the qualifiers. And if Jamaica loses this match, guys, it'll be very, very bad for them because I don't really think they'll be able to directly qualify. Because you could see the gap the USA and Mexico are at, like 14 points. I mean, yeah, we have an 8-point gap. And so, a draw, I wouldn't be frustrated with, but I just don't want to lose this match. Because if we lose this match, guys, Canada and Panama could surpass us. Okay, yeah, technically Mexico as well, but remember, guys, Canada and Mexico will play against each other, and I have a feeling that Canada will actually will play better and actually pick up at least a draw. Maybe even a win. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Just want to give you guys my quick thoughts on that. Make sure you guys check out me and my other podcasts. Just listen in the description below. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. Jamaica, the goal scorer is going to be Mikkel and Tony. I think he will score for them.